What's your Tyler's bag with another edition of Wrestling Dumpster Fires? This is another fucking thing that has involved Sting in a fucking feud with somebody. Like, the last one I did was Abyss, but unlike this one, there was promising with him in Abyss when Sting and Abyss feud in 2006 and 2007 in TNA. Not this one. The Vampiro Sting feud that happened in 2000 WCW. Why? Tuesday. By the way, Tuesday I'll probably do. I'll think about that. Maybe I'll do the I don't know. I'll think about that by the end of this video. But anyways, so this started before the feud began. So Sting was out by Star K99. The less I said about Star K99, the better. And then Sting came back at Super Bowl 2000, and then Luger was basically like, hold on, sorry about that whole thing, but anyways, one the Luger's like when he did the whole arm thing with the chair was Vampiro, where in that lumberjack cast match, Vampiro helped Sting to win the match, and they become a partnership, but they only had like one time teaming up, and that was on that Spring Break Nitro where they won. And then the reboot happens, and Vampiro Sting feuded in that said New Blood Millionaires Club feud. And then afterwards, oh god. So they were in this tournament for the on that same night, the reboot Nitro happened, and Vampiro turned on Sting, and then they had their match at Spring Stampede. They were in that tournament to crown the new U.S. champion, where they had to strip everyone of the titles, and Sting beat Vampiro there, but then cost Sting his finals against Scott Steiner for the U.S. title, and then the feud went into Slamboree, and they also have a graveyard, there was a first blood match that anyway Sting gets drowned in the fucking red blood. And then they had a graveyard fight. And Sting came back and beat him up there. Then they had the match at Slamboree where Sting won that. Now, you think the feud is over. You think that should be the end of the feud, right? Nope. It continued from there. They had, well, before that, Sting had a WCW title match against Jeff Jarrett the night after, which Sting worked better with Jeff Jarrett than Vampiro. Spoilers. Then the week after, they had a House of Pain steel cage match where Sting won that. Then on Thunder, Vampiro challenged Sting to a... Stay tuned for my Great American Bash 2000 review next month, by the way. A Human Torch match. I am not kidding when I say that it's a Human Torch match where at Great American Bash where Sting's stunt double got set on fire, and that's how Vampiro won that. Then Vampiro went to the feud with the Kiss Demon, yada yada yada. They had their graveyard match at Bash the Beach. Then afterwards, Sting came out of a casket and attacked Vampiro, and then Vampiro formed the Dark Carnival with him, the Insane Clown Posse, and the Kiss Demon, and also the Great Muta. Yeah, the same Great Muta who debuted yesterday at Internal Ascended, by the way. Yes, it was. We're trying to pretend it's not him, but it is him. But moving on. Sting basically squashed the Kiss Demon at New Blood Rising. And before that, he had another WWE title shot against Booker T this time, and that was a good one. But then Sting squashed the Kiss Demon at New Blood Rising. I might have to talk about that in August, which I don't want to, but I have to. Oh, God. And then they finally put the feud to bed, finally, at Fall Brawl, where it was Sting against Vampiro, and for some reason the Great Muta in a triple threat match, where Sting won that. I'd rather see Sting versus Great Muta instead of this, but that was the end of the Sting-Vampiro feud, and then Sting afterwards went on to feud with Jeff Jarrett and Scott Steiner afterwards. Yeah. By the way, next dumpster fire. $1 Million Mania from Vince McMahon. Ugh. I've heard the Dora Explorer Ambo Rescue video interview on Tuesday there. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel, notification bell, as well as my secondary channel, Titles Reds Reviews, so you will see TNA Lockdown 2009 in there. Bye-bye.